Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tracy's Week in Review. I realize I've been gone for the past 3 weeks, and this is supposed to be the last episode of Tracy's Week in Review. So I'm so sorry. I've had a lot of stuff going on, so my apologies. I may do a makeup session next week, but before I officially get started, hit that subscribe button. Subscribing, we are at 381. Remember, our goal for this year is 1,000. Subscribing helps to grow the channel, helps to get the word out. So please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Support me on Patreon. Patreon support also helps me in terms of affording to be able to do this podcast. Support starts at $2 a month. I do have a special surprise for you all. There is a new commercial about my Patreon that I will be playing during each episode of my Thursday and no, not my Thursday, my Tuesday and Saturday show, because Thursday is just as I'll talk about it later. Remember to join the TRACYMedia Group mailing list. This is where I keep saying I'm going to do a newsletter, keep doing it, but nobody signed up for it. I have no one to send it to. It comes out every 15th of the month, just to give you an update about what I plan for that particular the next coming month. So please, please, please join the mailing list. Help me to get 75 likes and 45 shares. And as always, thank you, Rude Boy MC. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Your comments are going to be greatly needed tonight. Because I don't have a lot to talk about today. I plan on talking about definitely somebody coming in and getting the mayor of DC. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'll get to that. I'll also talk about speculations about Trump's health, how this is very, very similar to what was going on with Biden. And who knows what else. Somebody can put in a suggestion about what else I might talk about today. I do want to talk about one thing. Oh, yesterday, I want to first thank everybody that took part in the Justice for All fundraiser yesterday. We had a fantastic turnout. We didn't quite meet our goal in terms of fundraising, but we were able to raise some funds for the Justice for All party. Thank you to everybody that made a donation. If you can still donate, get whatever you can. But we had a great turnout. We got some comedy. We got we just had a great time yesterday. So I want to thank everybody that participated and be on the lookout because even though I'm not doing a Justice is Here podcast this Saturday, I'll still be doing my Saturday show and I'll have an announcement about an upcoming fundraiser and I'll talk more about that maybe a little later because I try to keep Justice for All stuff separate from this show. But it seems to me, like I say, they're more integrating, which I guess that's okay. But that's what's happening. Like I said, thank you to everybody that participated yesterday. We had a fantastic time. It's probably in my top shows that I've done. I mean, I love all the shows I do for Justice is Here podcast, but that one was particularly one of my favorites. Let me know if you were able to see it yesterday or even went back to watch it today. Let me know your thoughts about it because I would really Really, 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 really appreciate hearing about your thoughts. And guys, we've been waiting for this since I started this show way back in, I think, May or June. I started this show in June. This Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the NFL is back. We made it, y'all. We made it. We made it. Yesterday, I was so excited because college football, like legitimate, I mean, college football kind of has this really weird thing they do. Like the not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before last, they'll like highlight like lower tier colleges, like, and I just watched it because hey, it's football, so what else am I gonna do? But this week it was like the A plus. It was Michigan and Ohio State and Texas and Alabama. This was like the tier. I woke up, well, I woke up at 9 because I had to make a car payment. But I started watching football at 11:30 a.m. and I didn't finish until 12:45 p.m. No, wait a minute, that's not right. I started at 11:30 a.m. and didn't finish until 12:45 a.m. of this morning. Yeah, this morning is when I stopped watching my last football game. And that was college. But the NFL, it is back. It is back. It is back. It is back. So from September on to February, I'm going to be one happy camper. I'm going to be one happy camper. I have waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. So it will be, in case you don't know, it will be the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. That will be the game. It will come on NBC at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do, because I see people watching, but I don't see anybody in the comments. Comment if you think I should do like a pre-game show and go live like at 7 p.m. on Thursday. If you would want to see me do that, just type yes in the comments. I would be interested to see if you all would watch that, because you don't know. I mean, I've had to suffer through basketball and race car driving and equestrian and just these other phony sports. I can't take it. So it's like relief. It's like, okay, I'm in my happy place now. I'm in a place where I know, okay, every Saturday I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to watch college football on Saturday. No, let me start the week off right, because that's not right. Let me start. So Sunday, let's see. So Friday is the 5th. Well, we're going to start the schedule on Thursday. So this Thursday, of course, the Eagles play the Cowboys. That's Thursday. Then college football on Saturday. Then the NFL on Sunday. Then Monday night football. They got not one but 2 games. So I'm ready to go. So again, for those watching, please put something in a comment. If you think I should do a pre-game show at like 7 o'clock p.m. on Thursday, put a yes in the comment section. If you don't put anything, then I'll just have to wing it. But I really would like to know if you all would like to do that, or me to do that. But again, I'm really hyped up for this season. And Rue, by the way, you all just picked up Micah Parsons from Dallas. So I don't know how you feel about that trade. That happened. Somebody sit Jerry Jones down. Sit Jerry Jones down. You cannot be the owner and general manager and president and chief executive. Oh, no, you just own the team. You pay the salaries. and you let everybody else run the team. That's how it works. Somebody tell Jerry to sit down. Because Jerry is just making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. It's like, Jerry. Somebody just tell him, look, you had your run in the 90s. You haven't even been to the NFC Championship since. Now, I know somebody's going to throw off like the Niners haven't won a Super Bowl. Yeah, but we went, right? We lost to Baltimore, which we shouldn't have because that was pass interference. We lost to Kansas City twice. So we've been to the 49ers do something that really agitates me. Either they'll completely miss the playoffs like last season or this past season, or they're going to the Super Bowl. Annoys me. I'm like, not that I don't appreciate going to the Super Bowl, because I do, but it's either one or the other with the Niners. Either they miss the playoffs or they're going to the Super Bowl. It's like, if we get in, we're going. It's like, forget it. Everybody else can wrap it up. Listen. Parson is amazing. Contract and guarantee money is scary large. It is large. I saw how much he got and I was like, ooh. But he may be the modern day Reggie White. I don't know if I put him in Reggie White league, but yeah, his contract was like very, 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 very large. So, and you didn't put whether you wanted me to go live on Thursday, just kind of pointing that out. And I see other people watching too. Remember, the question is, should I go live on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? That is a yes or no, Tracy, forget it and just watch the game. It'd only be like for an hour. Because once the game is on, that's going to be where my attention is. This is just, y'all, we made it. We made it. We just suffered through some stuff. 12 plus sacks as first one. Yeah, that's impressive. It's a great pickup for Green Bay. I don't know what Dallas was thinking, though. Maybe they didn't want to pay him because, they're giving all that money to Dak Prescott because, he deserves it. That is true. Reggie White is the only other player to do that. But what was he going to do with Dallas? Like, it's not like they're not contenders. Not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a good season for them. Of course, I never think it's going to be a good season for Dallas. But like I said, I'm looking forward to this year. And of course, I'm looking forward to December 22nd. Monday Night Football rolls into town. And my team, the soon-to-be 6-time world champion San Francisco 49ers, will be in town. I got my ticket. I'm going to be in the place to see the game live. Can't wait for that. That's just, they only come to Indianapolis once every 8 years, I believe. So it's going to be a real, really, really great to see them. Come to town. Can't wait for that. So I expect a great year out of the Niners. I can only talk about the Niners. That's who my team is. I expect a great year. We lost some players, but I don't think it's going to hurt us in terms of how we'll make the players. I think we're definitely winning our division. There's no doubt about it. We will win our division. We're in the NFC West. If some of you didn't know, definitely will win the division. Because the NFC West, I mean, you got Arizona, like, really? You have Seattle, which they're still trying to get a quarterback. You still have now the Rams are kind of unique because they have Matthew Stafford, but like he's on his left. Don't retire. Like, just go ahead and retire, man. It's over. Like you won your Super Bowl ring. You with Detroit Lions for like 25 years. You got traded to or didn't sign a contract. You got traded. Yeah, you got traded to Los Angeles and Goff got traded to Detroit. Because I remember that when that trade happened. You got your ring. Give it up. It's over. You're not gonna do nothing. Like stop. Let Jimmy G have his shot at being the starter because no, dude, it's over. It's over. I'm looking for a really good, strong year by the Niners. I never say what I think the Niners will do in terms of record because I'm always going to pick 17-0. I've never picked the Niners to lose a game. It's just, it doesn't happen. You call me whatever you want. Call me. I will not pick the Niners to lose a game. So I'm always going to say 17-0. That's just what I'm going to say. Then they'll take that week off and then blah, blah, blah. That's just what I'm going to say. But there are some teams that I don't know what type of year Green Bay will have because they're pretty young. They're like the youngest team in the NFL, I believe. They're in the NFC North. They should win the NFC North because you got in the NFC North you have Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota. Oh shoot, what's that other team? What's the other team in the NFC North? Green Bay, Minnesota, Chicago. Oh my gosh, I forgot the other team in the NFC North. What's the other team in the NFC North? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna keep saying. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me think about this. Detroit. That's it. Okay, so you got the Lions, the Bears, Bears, Vikings, Green Bay. Oh, I forgot about no. I'm gonna take that back. No, Detroit's winning that. I forgot all about Detroit. I don't know why. I keep thinking Detroit is in the NFC East for some dumb reason. Yeah, I forgot about that. Picking them over Detroit, I can see picking them over the Vikings and Bears. Well, okay, but picking them over Detroit, I can't see that happening. That would be good if I did a special and picked who's going to win each division. Because the only one I don't know is who's going to win the AFC South. I'm like, oh no. Because the AFC South, I know these teams because I live in Indianapolis. Could be a type. No, because San Francisco would get it before Green Bay would. The AFC South, I know this one. So you got the Tennessee Titans, the Houston Texans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Indianapolis Colts. I have no idea. I'm gonna say Houston, but like none of those teams, like they're not especially good. I think that's like the worst division. Them and the division that the Dolphins are in the AFC East. Yeah, it's Miami, Buffalo, some other teams. But wait a minute, hold on. Who is it? Okay, so it's a AFC East. Yeah, you got the Bills, the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Jets. So the Bills should win that division. I don't see that as a competitive one. They might have like the easiest shot. I think the NFC East, which for some reason has the Dallas Cowboys in it, may be a lot tougher because you have the Commanders, who I'm not going to call them by their previous name. I will not call them by their previous name. I will not call them by their previous name because sometimes I slip back into it. It's a habit because I don't want to and so our indigenous audience. That's not what I'm trying to do, but it's a habit and I got to break it. That might be the toughest division. But I thought the Giants and the Cowboys were in the same division. They're not. Wait a minute. So I could do a show on the 4th and talk about who's going to win each division. Which division is the New York Giants in? They're in the East. So it's got to be, okay, so, oh, yeah, that's right, because you got the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Commanders, and the Giants. Okay, yeah, they are all NFC East. That might be a little tougher, but I don't suspect. I mean, I think Philadelphia ultimately is going to win it, but I think that, yeah, I don't know why I forgot about the Giants. Teams I be forgetting about. I'm like, if it's not the Niners, it's hard for me to remember. And AFC West, like, why are they even there? Like, we know Kansas City is going to win, right? So maybe that's what I'll do. And keep in mind this, I'm still waiting for people to tell me whether I should go live September the 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talking about the upcoming NFL season. I could talk about each division, talk about who I think is going to win, although I kind of let the cat out the bag and started doing it now, but I can certainly revisit that later. So again, excited, super excited about the football season that's coming up. Like I said, college kicked off yesterday. Well, it actually kicked off last week, but officially with the top tier teams, it kicked off this week. Had a great time watching football all day yesterday. Gonna have a great time Thursday. Gonna have a great time Saturday. Gonna have a great time Sunday, and then Monday. So it's just gonna be overload. So I do want to pivot to something that I didn't say I was going to talk about at the top of the program, and I definitely want to talk about it. There was another mass shooting in Minnesota, and I believe it was in Minneapolis, and I'm trying to get the name of the person who a gun person so I'm just going to read this. It's from the BBC. I'm not going to read the whole thing, and I'm not going to share it. Robin Westman killed 2 children at the Annunciation Catholic Church last week. And apparently, oh, come on. Why did the page do that? I cannot believe that. I just had the article. Now, Robin Westman is the name of the shooter who took his own, he unalived himself rather than face charges. And the 2 children so far that lost their lives is Fletcher Merkel, who was 8, and Harper Moisky, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, that was age 10. I don't even know what to say anymore about the shooting. I remember growing up in school, and we never had a school shooting. Like, never. I know Columbine happened like when I was out of high school. That's like the first major one I remember. And you have to wonder, apparently this person was obsessed was killing children. And because I believe this person is of the transgender community. If I'm speaking wrong, please correct me. So she was obsessed with killing children, and it it's just disheartening. It's really just like, are we safe anymore? Um, it I just I just don't know. And Miss Westman was only 23. Like, what did I? I'm just struggling with what to say. Um, I'm trying to get a picture so I can show you. Um, uh, yeah. So apparently, Robin changed her name at 17 when she was living in Colorado, and there, I have so many thoughts on this. I don't know, like, how I am. Um, Sorry, they don't mean to show that. I can't put them all together because, again, this is another mass shooting. And it just seems like we can't get comprehensive gun laws um, passed. I mean, let's see. How many mass shootings have there been in 2025? So far, there have been 262 deaths and 1,161 injuries, according to Wikipedia, up to July 31st, 2025. Um, you know, it just, it's so deflating, right? It's just, you can't, and I'm not a parent, so I don't know, I'll never know the pain of losing a child. I can't imagine what those parents are going through, right? An 8-year old and a 10-year old. What was in Robin's mind that made her think, yeah, I'm gonna shoot a school up? What type of, and are we as a society, we live in a country, and I'm gonna say this, and first of all, I'm just gonna say it, I'm anti-gun. I'm just gonna say it right up front. I'm not one of these people that thinks, I question why so many people have so many guns. You only have two hands. Why do you have 15 and 16 guns? I don't understand. But that's an argument for another day. I don't believe that if you're not a police officer or in the military, I can't understand why you need a gun. Crime is down. And again, this is just me. This is me, and I know people are going to disagree with me, and that's okay. You have your opinion, I have mine. But we live in a country where it's too easy to get a gun. If you can buy them at gun shows, there's no, as far as I know, there's no uniform background check that's done. There's no, mental health evaluation that's taking place. There's none of that. You just go get your permit, shoot a shoot a couple of rounds in a sheet of paper, and you have a gun license. And I know that people are going to say, well, you could get killed with anything. Yes, but knives are involved in mass killings. They aren't. It's always guns. It's always guns. Um, and it makes me sad. It makes me actually angry that we live in a country where, again, there's more guns than people. There are 300, I would say 350 million people in the United States right now. And there are 400 to 500 million civilian owned firearms. Keep that in mind. There are 400 million to 500 million civilian owned firearms in the United States. That means that there are more guns than people. There are only, let me see how many people in the United States. There are only 340 million people in the United States, but there are up to possibly 400 to 500 million guns. That's like what, 1.5? Like every adult that's able, and let me backtrack, because some states you could be as young as 15 or 16 and get a gun. I'm sorry. Because I think in Indiana, let me see this. I think in Indiana you have to be, how old do you have to be to buy a gun in Indiana? Okay, so you still have to be 18. Okay. I thought it was 13 to buy a gun. Okay, but what state is it? Okay, so at least it looks like in all 50 states you had to be at least 18. Okay, so in Indiana you had to be 18. Um, but it seems like we have a different problem that we have to explore. Why is it that there are an average of 1.5 guns per person? We have 400 million guns, but only 340 million people. No type of, as far as I know, because again, I don't like guns. I've never bought one, never shot one, don't want to be around them, don't like them. That's just me. Um, is it really that bad that 1.5 million, 1.5, the average person owns 1.5 guns? I don't know how you can own a half a gun, but that's what the numbers come out to. What is it about our country that causes this? There's something that's underlining this. And apparently, Miss Westman, she just bought the gun. No word about whether there was a background check, a criminal check. I still think there should be, if you're going to have guns, be legal. And please don't talk about the Second Amendment. That was to protect against the militia. The British, they not coming. But you have to think, oh dang, I lost my train of thought. You have to think, what is it? What is it about us that we think, oh gee, let me go buy a gun to protect myself? Why are we so inclined to do that? And why do we blame every time a mass shooting happens? We want to blame the movies, we want to blame our music. People in Japan watch violent movies. People in Japan listen to American music. Their crime rate is nowhere near ours. We have the highest rate of school shootings in the world. So you can't use music or video games. People have been playing video games around the world for a long time. Those things don't cause mass shootings. They just don't. And I think we have to look at why it is that we're so inclined to think, gee, I need a weapon. Let me go get this weapon so I can protect ourselves. Why can't we entrust that protection to our community police officers? Why is it that we feel like we have to take our protection in our own hands? Yes, I know the Second Amendment people are going to come after me. But again, let's let's look at the Second Amendment, right? Let's look at what it actually says. I'm glad I got on this discussion because now I'm like, what does the Second Amendment say? The Second Amendment says, well, I'm just going to read what I found. Um, the Second Amendment is part of the United States Constitution Bill of Rights, ratified in 1791, that states a well regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Again, well, look at that well regulated militia. Who are they talking about? They were actually talking about the British, I believe. Now, this is just my interpretation, and like I said, I literally don't think people should be having guns. Period. Um, but and I looked up the word militia, and it says a militia is broadly defined as an armed force composed of civilian volunteers, historically serving both political and military purposes. Through modern interpretations of often referred to state organized or private groups. Militias have existed since ancient times, etc., etc. And I think we should look at that. What does that mean? A well regulated militia doesn't have to do with um, um, me owning a gun. Now, again, keep this in mind. This is just my opinion. I know I've lost some viewers. It's okay. I can deal with it. But we have to look at this. We're taking this to mean, yep, we can own guns. If we're going to have guns, okay, and I'll give you this one. If we're going to have weapons, there should be some type of background check that includes both criminal records and mental health capacities. Like, have you been hospitalized? Have you been, admitted to psychiatric services? Do you take depressive type medications? Something has to be done. But of course, we won't get any of this because both sides are bought off by, I was going to say NAFTA, the NRA, right? And so, we just have to look at this because I don't think, Vance said, oh, mental health is the problem. Yeah, and your president is cutting Medicaid. So if mental health is the problem, why don't we have more mental health services? Why don't we pay more money towards mental health? I would love to hear everybody's thoughts about this. I know there's not a lot of people that agree with me, and that, again, that's okay. But this whole the average person owning 1.5 guns, what do you need them for? Like, what is it that you're doing? Is it that bad where I'm just not understanding how bad it is? Like, I'm not getting it. I don't understand it. It's not in my capacity, because it's not making a lot of sense to me why there are more guns, 400 to 500 million guns, and there's only 340 million people. That's a drastic difference. And keep this in mind, we're not even talking about the illegal guns, right? There, you literally can just go to a gun show. I've never been to a gun show, so I don't know. Are they out here in the gun shows, like, asking for ID? Do they make sure you're 18? Do they do types of background checks? How fast, if they do? What is the criteria? Also, we may want to start, requiring insurance on weapons purchases. I have car insurance. I have health insurance. Why not gun insurance? It's definitely a different idea. But again, I have a feeling, unfortunately, with the type of country we live in, this won't be the last. I want to be wrong so bad because I'm so tired of school shootings and mass shootings and people just thinking they can just do anything and just go. Um, but again, just looking at that Second Amendment, I just can't interpret it to me. Oh, everybody gets to own a gun. I get it. People are going to disagree with me. That's fine. I get it. I got it. I will stand on what I believe. But the British, they not coming. They're just not coming. So I thought I would just kind of address that. Um, Next up, I do want to talk about somebody go and get the mayor of DC. As you know, the racist and President Trump has sent the military to basically occupy Washington D.C. Now, keep in mind this. I want everybody to keep this in mind. No politician that I know of has spoken against that. And that includes the DC mayor. There have been podcasters that have questioned the legality of this takeover in terms of bringing the military in. I don't know how long the military is going to be there. I don't know what purpose. Trump is saying that crime is out of control in DC. The thing about DC, it's not a state. DC is not a state. So it's not like, I think the federal government does have some controls over DC, but because I'm not educated in the DC statehood whole thing, I don't want to really speak about it. But this seems very odd because this is the cities that where he's targeting military intervention. They're all by black mayors. Keep in mind, Los Angeles was first. Los Angeles was first. Washington, D.C. has a black mayor. He's talking about Chicago. They have a black mayor. He's talking about Baltimore. They have a black mayor. I even keep saying now the next person I'm going to mention is not black. But watch they add New York City once Mandami becomes mayor. Because Trump already said he's going to deport him. How you deport a U.S. citizen? I don't know. But the thing that kind of shook me and made me think, hey, what's wrong with the Democratic Party? The mayor of DC, and I can't play the clip, but I can read you what she said. Muriel Browser. Let's see. I want to read this one by I'm going to read this one by the Washington Post. So So DC mayor praises federal surge angering residents and pleasing Trump. We know we've had fewer gun crimes, fewer homicides, and we've experienced they're making me pay for it. Let me go backwards. I hate when they make me pay for it. I don't want to. DC mayor praises Trump. Boy, I hate that when it happens. Politico, because boy, I'm like, okay, so in the nearly 3 weeks since President Donald Trump announced he would federalize the Capitol Police Department and deploy the National Guard, Washington Mayor Muriel, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Bowser, has balanced praising the president while also criticizing the takeover. Question one: why is you praising Trump for what? DC, from my understanding, has a police force. So if he's thinking, oh, they're not doing their job, I don't know, maybe find out, maybe they need more resources. But this again, it's a distraction. It's definitely a distraction, right? This is such a distraction. I keep saying it's a distraction because that's what it is. But she's praising him by saying she's not for the takeover. First of all, you got to decide whether you're against the takeover or not, right? You're saying that crime has gone down over 3 weeks. Somehow you're measured that. Um, and she said, according to the Guardian, that she greatly appreciates Trump surge of federal officers. Um, what my question is, what does he have on you? Because there's no, I'm listen. I'm not one of these Democrats, because I'm not a Democrat at all, that says criticize everything that Trump does, because everything Trump does is bad. Okay, he hasn't done anything good, but I'm just not, if he did something good, I'd be like, that's a good thing. However, this is just the racial bias. Just that alone is enough in the criticism. You don't hear him talking about going to, I don't know, Miami, Florida, any place in Texas, no place in Louisiana, which has high crime rate. None of those states. Just cities that are governed by Black people. She couldn't call attention to that. And that just shows me that the Democrats and Republicans are on the same team. And that's what I wish people realize. Is that they're on the same team, they're playing with the same game, and they're playing in your faces. I don't know how many million times I have used the term playing in your faces. But that's what they're doing, right? They're playing in your face. They're saying, okay, we're going to crime has gone down in 3 weeks. You're measuring, like, according to what? What was it 3 weeks ago? What is it now? Um, are they in the poor neighborhoods? Do they have arrest powers? Can they? Are the people getting arrested? Are they getting, you know, um, the legal counsel they need? Are they afforded the opportunity to bail out? Nobody's asking these questions. She's thanking him. It just strikes me as odd that no Democrat that I know of, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I want to be, trust me, I want to be wrong on this. No Democrat has come out and said, hey, why are you just going to Black cities? Wait a minute, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to take that back. Wes Morgan, uh, uh, well, he didn't say it was because the city has, wait a minute, hold on a second. Because I do think um Brandon Johnson, that's what I'm thinking of. Brandon Johnson of and I said Wes Morgan. Wes Moore. Um of Maryland. I'll talk about him in just a moment. But Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, has called in the racial component because it just doesn't make sense, right? It's just like we're gonna we're going to we're just gonna just um we're just gonna just let this go. I'm gonna type in this. Why is Trump targeting cities where there are Black mayors? Like that should be the question. Like that is the question should be asked. Um, um, I'm trying to get this article downloaded here, right? So President Trump on Sunday threatened to expand his military deployments to more Democratic-led cities. Notice, not Republican-led cities, but last week Trump said he was considering Chicago, New York for Trump, so, for troop deployments similar to what he did in the nation capital. Uh, da 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 da. It's just like it. Oh my gosh. Uh, this I don't, and I wish I wish I could talk to somebody that actually lives in DC. I actually do know somebody that lives in DC. I didn't think about that. I do know somebody that lives in DC. I'm gonna see, can I contact her to see if she can tell me what's going on, because this can't be good. Is it that bad? Is the crime rate in DC so out of control? Why just Democrat led cities? Why not Republican led cities? Um, um, like I said, Brandon Johnson of Chicago has said he'll sue if this happens. But let's see. Hold on just a moment here. How many cities in the U.S. have Republican mayors? Um, According to Ballotpedia, 78%. This is why Trump is doing it. Listen to this. Heading into 2025, 78% of the population of the top 100 U.S. cities lived in would have Democratic mayors, and 16% have Republican mayors. So that would mean, yeah, so that's why he's doing it, because there's not a whole lot of Republican mayors out here. So we're going to look at the 50 largest cities in the United States. They all have Democratic mayors. Look for Philadelphia to be next. Their mayor is black. San Antonio. Well, wait a minute. So we got Eric Johnson of Texas. I wonder, will Dallas be next? Because he is Republican and he's the mayor of Texas. He's the mayor of Texas. He's the mayor of Dallas, Texas. But so far, he's the um. So far, this list is mostly okay. Maddie Parker, she's she's not of the people of color persuasion, so she's probably safe. She's in Fort Worth, Texas. This list is mostly Democrats. David Holt of Oklahoma City. Oh, he's safe. I already know that. Um, yeah, this list is mostly Democrat. I mean, there's Jerry Dyer of Fresno, California. Mark Friedman of Mesa, Arizona. Atlanta, look for them to be next. Andre Dickens. He's yeah. This list does not have a lot of Republicans. It just doesn't. It just does not have a lot of Republicans on it. There's a few independents, but I'm trying to look here. Yeah, because I'm feeling Atlanta and Philadelphia might be next, because crime is such. Um, yep, there's also So that it's the scare cities and reduce voting opportunities. Absolutely. That is the other thing. And I said I was going to talk about some other stuff, but I'm not because I'll probably come on next week to do my very, very last episode. Like I said, I took a 3-week break because I just had so much going on. I meant to play what I'm about to play in the middle of my podcast, and I'm going to start doing this. There is a commercial I have created that talks about supporting my Patreon. So I'm going to play that for you.
Hey everyone, if you enjoy our content, consider supporting us on Patreon at Tracy Media Fans for exclusive perks and to help us keep creating.
Hope you all liked it. It's very short, very, very, very short. But of course, I would appreciate all Patreon support. In 2026, I've got big plans to do more Patreon exclusive activities. So you'll have to be a Patreon to be a part of that. Again, no one let me know about whether they wanted me to go live September the 4th. So I guess I'm not going to go live September the 4th because nobody put in there whether they wanted me to go live or not. So that's going to be a no, but I'm still going to be watching football. I had something else on my mind, but I can't think about what it was. Anyway, I do want to address some of the not changes, some of the improvements coming to the page or to this channel. Again in January, look for the logo. TRACYMedia's last episode will be probably the Saturday before Christmas. And then I'll take a break from there, go past my birthday, and then pick it up the third Saturday in January. I'm still trying to find interviewers or people to interview for my not my Thursday show, I'm sorry, for my Tuesday show, because the Tracy show moves to Tuesdays, and then the Justice is Here podcast will move to Thursdays, and that's in 2026. I want to again thank everybody for their support. It's been a blast so far. This year is not over yet. We still got a lot of news to cover. But I appreciate people that, tune in every week and comment every week, to listen to me and to chime in. And I always appreciate that. I appreciate, again, any support that you can give me. It's been kind of hard financially for me. And I don't really want to get into that, but I do have a personal GoFundMe account that I did not want to bring up to the forefront, and I'm not even going to link it, but I do have a personal GoFundMe account to help with my mortgage payments because they've just been falling behind. But again, I'm going to do my best to take care of that through that separate campaign and not bring it to the channel, because I want to keep this channel positive. I want to keep this channel positive. I want to keep this channel positive and not just say, oh, woe is me. But again, any type of assistance you can give this channel will be greatly appreciated. The channel needs all the help it can get. Tell 5 people about the channel. Tell 5 of your friends about this channel and what it is that we're doing. I will see you all. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the next time. Well, I know I won't be seeing you the 4th. So we'll probably see you Saturday. That's right. You'll see you Saturday at 7. for the Saturday show. There's a special evening episode of the Saturday show. Be sure to tune into that. Sunday, I'll probably come with the last episode of Tracy's Weekend Review. And then we'll just keep going. I've had a great time talking. I kind of dropped the other two subjects because, to be honest, my eyes are getting a little bit heavy. So I got more football to watch this evening, and I don't want to fall asleep during the game. So I'm going to just cut this short so I don't just blabber on and blabber on. But thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your patience. I'm going to do the outro, and we'll see you when we see you. Have a great one.